Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to discuss about Terraform output variables and attributes. So because these both the terms output variables and attributes you are going to use quite often in your Terraform configuration. So let's understand. So Terraform has the capability to output the attribute of a resource with the output values. So let's understand with the example. So you have a resource called AWS underscore instance, and this resource has many attributes. So if you want to output the attributes value of AWS underscore instance resource, then you can use output variables and attributes. And also you can use this output value as an input value for other resources as well, which is going to create by Terraform. So for example, you have created the EIPs and you want this IP address should automatically get whitelisted in the security group. So here what is happening, EIP resource, there will be two resource blocks, so one for EIP, one for security group. So as soon as you create the EIP, then the output of EIP you can use as an input for the to get the whitelist of this particular IP address in the security group. So you can use output as an input for other resources as well. So let's understand with one of the example here. So this is the configuration file. Basically here what I am doing, I am creating the EC2 instance, and the value of this particular EC2 instance I am fetching with the help of output variables and values. So here if you can see in output block what I have this is the basically output variable name. This could be any name. But if you can see the value here, this is the AWS underscore instance dot myec2. So basically this is the resource reference for this particular block. So basically it's calling this particular block here. So if you see this AWS underscore instance dot myec2, and if you see resource block here, this is the resource type AWS underscore instance dot, this is the local name. So we are calling this particular block here. We're using the resource reference, and here we have dot public IP. So this is the basically attributes of this particular resource type, which is we have AWS underscore instance. So let's understand with the help of demo, so it will be more clear. So this is a configuration file I have. So the same configuration file basically I'm using. So I'm creating a instance type t2.nano here, and this is the output block we have here too. So in one of the output block, what I'm doing, I'm fetching the public IP address as soon as this instance is got created. Next, we are getting the fetching the public DNS also for this particular resource type. So let me run it. So first I have to run Terraform init command. Okay, spelling typo mistake. So now the initialization process is succeeded. Let me clear the screen. Now I will run Terraform plan. So now you can see a plan 128. So basically it's going to create a instance called t2.nano instance type, and these are the changes to output. So basically this will be known once this instance will be created. Let me clear the screen again. Now I will run Terraform apply -auto approve. So I'm running -auto approve because so now if you pass this flag, it will not ask for the confirmation like if you want to create or not. Meantime, it's creating the instance for us. Let me show you something about attributes. So if I'll go back to Terraform site and I'll go to registry. and I'll browse the provider. So in our case AWS. Now I'll go to documentation here. Now here I will search AWS underscore instance. So if I'll go down, so here you can see attribute reference. So these all the attributes you can use in your configuration file. So like for example, I'm using public DNS and public IP. So there are others also which you can use for to reference this particular attribute in the Terraform configuration file. So let me go back to VS Code editor. So now you can see it's created the instance and it also gave us the value. So there is one way, like we can go to console, and there you can check the IP address of this particular AWS instance, EC2 instance. And another way, you can directly output this values with the help of output variable and attributes. So if you have to verify, so this is IP, public IP start with 13.127. So if I'll go to my AWS console, let me refresh it. So here you can see the public IP address, we have 13.127, and here also we have 13.127. So like that basically you can use, and you can also use these output values as a input values if you have to create another resources with the help of these particular IP or DNS. And one more interesting thing, so if you see the terraform.state file, so here you can see two blocks basically. So this is the resource block. Okay, here output. So whatever the metadata we are seeing here, these all, if you see this here, private DNS. So the same DNS name we got it here also, EC2. Oh, sorry, this is something. This is private DNS. We need public DNS. Okay, so this is the public DNS basically. The same values we got it here also. So if I'll close this file, and if I'll remove, let me remove this particular block. And if I'll remove this public IP from here, let me run it again. Let's see what happened. So now I will run Terraform. Let me do Terraform plan also. Okay, so let me run Terraform, apply again. I just want to show you the output value because we have removed the attributes. So now whatever the attributes we have for this particular resource type, it will give you the complete list. So, okay, give me a second. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'll change the size here as small. Now I'll run it again. So now you can see changes to output. Earlier we got only one public IP address. So now here we are getting a lot of things. So if you will not specify the particular attributes, you will get all the attributes which is associated with this particular resource type, which we have AWS underscore instance. So let's finish this process. So now it's completed. If I'll go above, so you can see in output blocks we got so many details. So for example, you don't need all these metadata. So it's ideal practice to use attributes. So if you have to specify, like if you have to fetch the particular value of particular attributes, then you have to use attributes. Otherwise, if you will not specify attributes here, then you will get all the metadata which is associated with this particular AWS instance type. So that's all for today. See you in next video. Thank you so much.